think the anti-discrimination policies that the university is going to implement are very much needed.
I'm all for it. I hope that all forms of discrimination can be included in it. Homophobia, transphobia, sexism, all of that should be included.
I think that for the students and for the staff as well, it can really help the people who feel on the outside of society, in certain ways, to include us and to make us feel that we are being accommodated.
I think there are forms of discrimination that sort of is pushed to the side often because people are not familiar with it or are not allowed the space to speak up about it. And so hopefully I hope that sort of umbrella policy like this would allow for those instances of discrimination to come to the fore, rather than, because it also could happen that it just silences it.
Well, given the university's history and also South Africa's history, I think it's quite, I don't want it to be sort of an empty gesture in a way. I want it to actually sort of make a difference and, tackle discrimination in all its forms at the university.
I think that discrimination is very much an intersectional problem because, one person might not be suffering from just one form of discrimination. There are a whole lot of factors that will contribute to a single person's experience.
Nobody's just one thing. So then, they can experience all forms of discrimination, racial discrimination. If you're black and gay, you have 2 points against you. If you're black, gay, and a man, you already have 3 points against you.
Or could even be an albino and person with disability and experience all these things at once. Yeah, so it's very possible. In fact, it is more possible than having discrimination on a single ground.
If I were to experience abuse or discrimination or such things, I wouldn't exactly know how to address it or to sort of, follow a path that would perpetrate. The perpetrator would be, held accountable. So I think, yes, we need a crisis center in a way, where one can just, it's easy to access, and where you can just walk in and open a case or, demand justice.
People should be punished for, discrimination. I mean, it is, in some essence, a crime to discriminate against somebody. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to see, sanctions, being asked to apologize, public apology, written apologies. Yeah.
It's important that these people are brought back and made to apologize, are made to restore the relationship they have with the community and with particular victim. This way we renew or reclaim not just the victim's humanity, but the sanctity of the learning space, the sanctity of the university community.
I think that the contribution that the Queer Space Collective could have to this, I think maybe particular, as the name says, to be a space where people who identify as queer, sort of the broad political term, just has some space, on the one hand, with the cliche like safe space, but also maybe a space to challenge things and to challenge each other a little bit, to really think hard about issues relating to discrimination, our own complicity in it, sort of how to deal with it on a day-to-day basis.
I think inclusive UP is sort of maybe like all students and stuff should be able to participate in campus culture. I feel that I just come to university for academic life. I don't feel very included in campus culture. And I know someone told me that campus culture is limited to those that live in residence, and residence culture in itself is quite problematic. So I suppose that if one can participate in fostering a community on campus that is accepting and sort of diverse in its own right, I believe that would have a lasting impact on students.